Some devils. J-dawg back to answer some more goddamn questions. Questions we're going over today are on the video, the miasmatic necrosis show review. Tom Angel for sure got beat up in school with that haircut. That bowl dude, fuck yeah, he goddamn did. Shit, quite possibly he got beat up in elementary school even with that goddamn fucking thing. Ain't nobody walking around with a do that goddamn fucking ridiculous. Anyways, just scrolling the first fucking question marks. None other than Joe Dinkins, goddammit. Question, big and bold. Can we get an Ash Thomas interview? Faith Extractor has a new album coming out, so it would be cool to see an interview. Plus, Ash is awesome as a person in general. Oh yeah, you met Ash too, Joe? I didn't realize you did because you're from what? You're from Illinois, I think. So yeah, that sounds about right. That you probably could have because definitely Faith Extractor and I'm sure pretty much all his bands, Estuary and all that shit's all probably played out there. Shed the Skin. Yeah, that can be arranged. I know Ash relatively well. I don't have his phone number. I could easily get it. Um, he used to come up here a little bit more often, especially when he was helping out Craig with Crucified Mortals. I don't know if he still does. I don't even know if Craig even still does Crucified Mortals, to be honest with you. So that I'm not sure, but he was helping with that, and it seemed like around that time frame I saw him a little more often. And it just seems like now it's time to time. The times I see him is at a show, just for, like unexpectedly a show. I think he was at the Cannibal show. Was he there? He might have even been at Merciful Fate too when I ran into him and just briefly said hi to him. But yeah, I could easily do something with him. That wouldn't be a problem. I would just wait till it's next time in person, and I don't know when the fuck that's gonna be. Doesn't seem like there's too many goddamn shows coming up for 2023, at least announced. The only other thing I kind of heard about is I just recently heard of the other day that Devourment is coming to No Class in Cleveland. I'm on the fence if I'll go or not because the truth be told, I've seen Devourment once, and that was in the early 2000s. I got to be honest, I thought they sucked live. I mean, granted, there was no Ruben on vocals, and I was like, this just sounds like just generic death metal vocals. Like, I mean, a little less low than Will Rauner. I was like, and Devourment's vocals weren't just all lows. They had the lows, the gurgles, the fucking the unique kind of guttural one. Like it was kind of like a duel of three vocals, and it was just one low vocal. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Um, Between that and I gotta be honest, like because No Class is kind of like a smaller club, so it's a little bit more interactive, I guess, with the with the crowd, if you want to call that. I guess also all shows are. It's not like it's everyone's divided, but there's at least space to where you kind of like be away from people a little easier if you want. And that crowd's gonna be so ultra goddamn motherfucking intolerably annoying. And actually, speaking of them too, I heard another show coming up. I heard is Dying Fetus. Same thing. I'm kind of thinking, I was like, would I even go see Dying Fetus now? And I like pretty much every Dying Fetus record, like I've told you guys before. Again, pretty much up to Stop at Nothing is where I kind of like know. Well, that's not when you say pretty much, it is. After that, I don't really know the albums at all. War of Attrition shit. I've listened to them. I think I own every single one of them on one format or another, whether it be a CD or LP. I'm pretty sure I do own at least every single one of them. But it's a new lesson every single time. Like Descend into Madness, wasn't that one of them? I don't know them. It's a new listen every fucking time. But Stopping Nothing Down, I thought that shit was fucking great. Actually, just listened to Killing on Adrenaline again the other day. Banger like a motherfucker. But I don't even know if I could suffer through that crowd. I mean, it's so bad now. See, what's a little annoying is you'll get the younger bucks. I'm sure I'll use an example. I'm sure Goatman kind of falls in this category. Like you rip on Dying Fetus and how insufferably annoying their fan base are, and a look at how they kind of sellouts in a sense. Like guys of his age bracket, it's like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. You are right, but the thing is, you got to remember when I first got into them, that crowd was there, but we're talking a quarter of the size it is now. It was nowhere near. It was just a little bit of you had a little bit of a sniffle of it in the late 90s, early 2000s. They were there, but nowhere near to the degree it is now because they were nowhere near as popular. For example, when I saw them several times right when Destroy the Opposition came out, which that's considered what, the fourth album, but we consider a full length or not, depending on if you count Purification, Violence, etc. But whatever. Fourth CD, basically, because you had Infatuation, Malevolence CD, Purification through Violence CD, Killing on a Journal, and then Destroy the Opposition. You had Grotesque Impalement in the two. So whatever, fourth, fifth CD, right? When that came out, they played a decent sized crowds, but most of the time, I think they only headlined once, and it was the first time I saw them. And that was in, I think it was 99. It was definitely at the Flying Machine. There wasn't a lot of people there. Less than 100, that's for goddamn sure. Maybe 50 people. And then the next time I definitely saw them, they opened up for Vader. Vader was the headlining band. There was probably about, it was a good sized crowd, 150 people. But there wasn't all these fucking baggy jeans, sidewards, flat brim cap canoes walking around. You had some. You had maybe like 10 there, right? As opposed to now, you're probably going to have 15 real fucking long hairs, goddamn spikes and gauntlets, true metalheads, black clothes, inverted cross type motherfuckers walking around, and 85 fucking percent canoes, sideways hat, flat brim canoes. That's what the show's gonna be. So I was like, do I want to go to that? Because it's to the point, yeah, they've now kind of reached the category of literally like if I heard Slayer's playing, Slayer's coming back, bro. Slayer's playing live. I wouldn't even go. I've never gone seen Slayer live in my life because they were already too fucking annoying to where I'd be able to. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd have to bring a goddamn barf bag with me at the point when I was old enough to see them. You know what I mean? It was just too done. That's where a lot of the guys like the Goat Man's age and shit like that. I think that's where dying fetuses. So they kind of rip on them a little bit too hard, or maybe not understand why someone like myself likes dying fetus. Like he likes dying fetus. Yeah. When they first started off, they were fucking great, and all the albums are pretty um um set what they're doing. That they're pretty what the fuck's the word I'm looking for? Consistent, to what they set out to do. Again, I don't like everything as much as the early ones, no, but they didn't pull a goddamn team out. They didn't pull up a Herrick. We're like, what the fuck is this? This is even the same band, that type of shit. An Amorphous, a Carcass. They didn't do any of that shit. So respect there. And the guys themselves, John Gallagher and shit, I don't think they look annoying at all. It's literally the family. So I'd be able to sit through that. So Devourment's right hand in hand. That they're insufferably fucking annoying. But another thing about the Devourment, why I might not go, I might, is it's on a Thursday night. I'm like, Thursday night, canoes to the high heavens, eh. And when I saw Devourment live, like I said, they fucking sucked. And for Devourment, I don't even like every fucking album. I did listen to the last album with Ruben back, and I thought it was pretty good. But again, kind of like when I talked about like the Malignancies and Broadaclins, etc. I don't really need 10 albums by the same band in that same style. It's kind of like, all right, the best thing is by far Molested and Decapitated. I don't even think that's up for debate. So it's kind of like I got that and the Baby Killer song and the 138 is it's kind of like that's really all I need. I don't need 20 albums worth of this fucking shit. Because it's called like it is too. It's not like it's the most memorable kind of fucking music. You know what I mean? It's a little, I don't want to say repetitive, but definitely similar. It's like, so what do I need 20 albums like this for? I don't. So those are the shows coming up that I heard about. It's looking like Christian Vader tour is going to fuck me in the ass. No Cleveland, which makes no goddamn sense. Why the fuck isn't that coming to Cleveland? Blows my motherfucking mind. I think it's going to Chicago and shit like that. I think I looked it up, but the Chicago and the Detroit, the closer dates, they didn't see. There's no way in fuck I'm driving there on a goddamn weekday. It's got to be planned on a Friday or a Saturday, and there's not even a guarantee I'll go for that. It's a maybe I'll go to that. Because I remember I like Vader and Christian very, very much so. But I've seen him a million times. It's like, do I really want to drive 6 hours for this? I got shit to do, brah. So that's a maybe. So outside that, there's really no goddamn shows that I know about this year. I'm sure there will be shit that I know about that I'm going to. So far, as of right now, I'm recording this January 11th. I don't know of any shows that I can say I'm going to in 2023. Now again, shit will pop up, I'm sure. Because right now, yeah, it ain't looking good. This is looking like it'll be slim goddamn fucking pickings. So, having said that with the Ash interview, might be a while till I see him. But yeah, I mean, I doubt he would say no if I asked him. Anyways, next goddamn question. Underneath the Underground, seen them in Pittsburgh, killer set. Isn't the singer involved with MDF somehow? The singer of Miasmatic Necrosis, he's involved with MDF. Savin Fejel, he co-founded MDF. You talking about the singer of Miasmatic Necrosis did? Oh, I mean, news to me. I didn't know that. Granted, I met the guy, but I didn't ask him. I didn't ask him his whole life history. To be honest with you, I didn't even get his fucking first name. I mean, I'm sure he told me he signed my shit. I mean, so it's on there. But I don't know if I'd be able to read it or not. Ryan Exerted 2. I agree with Athnar's assessment that all Sodom is solid, but some releases are better than others. Celtic Frost totally turned its back on their fans, releasing turd after turd. I agree. That's why God do some Frost trash. It seems like it's kind of an ongoing thing on this channel, even though that was never my intention. And again, for the 10 millionth time, for the fucking dumb box of chocolate boy Forrest Gump motherfuckers watching this shit, I like Frost. I like Morbid Tales. The demos are fucking great. Hellhammer demos, especially, are fantastic. Triumph the Death, Satanic Rites, that's my favorite shit with Tom G of all time. Morbid Tales, then Frost, and then Two Megatherion. After Two Megatherion, as far as I'm concerned, take a fucking hike. I thought that Into the Pandemonium was fucking horrible. But it's just funny because I've said it years and years ago, and it's funny because the people I said it to, whether it been the Dawn of the Deads, the Kanyas, and other just random metalheads, not Ash, but guys of Ash caliber, guys that have been in the metal scene for a while, I think every single one of them I said this to, I'm like, dude, it's funny how people rip on Metallica and shit, rightfully so, for them being a bunch of backstabber fucking traitors got on their music and just put out the crappiest music of all time. I'm like, but the hilarious part is, I'm like, Frost is worst. I literally think later Celtic Frost albums are worse than later Metallica albums. Bigger change and just literally worse music. I'd rather listen to Load, and that's saying something. Load, that was a load of shit. Big old fucking turd of the undies, goddamn album. But some of those Frosts, and I've heard them, I'm like, dude, this is bad. Like this is hanging out with Creed, goddamn it. It's that bad. It's that bad, J-dawg? Yeah, that bad. I know it's hard to get in the Creed category, the Creed, Tool, and goddamn Nickelback category, but I'm sorry, that later Frosts, maybe not every song, every album, but some of those albums I've heard are hanging out with Creed, Tool, and Nickelback. Same fucking category to me. I'm like, it's that ungoddamn listenable. Hell, even like Morbid Angel Heretic, it's not in that category. I just thought, oh, this is a bad, boring death metal album that I don't need. It's not fucking as bad as Frost, not even close. But anyways, the reason why I bring it up, I mean, somebody's got to be Kings of Bad, right? And Sharpton Frost. Kind of like Dark Throne, they get a pass. Don't get me wrong. People bring up Cold Lake and shit like that and how it was bad. It just seems like it's almost forgotten about, or they get a little bit more of a pass. Some people, it's Frost. So they get a little bit of that, as opposed to Metallica. Everybody universally knows. Yeah, Load and all that shit. That shit sucks dick. I mean, you're never going to meet a person that doesn't. I mean, you get the Athnars and the Matt Harveys and shit that still have every Metallica album because that's the band they grew up on. I get that, but they're still fully aware of, why is he ripping on Load? They're not like that. Like those clueless Pantera idiots that come over here. Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Pantera? Why'd you bring up Pantera? I'm confused. Like those confusing. They get it. Like, yeah, I get why he doesn't like Load. Fully fucking aware of why. But it just seems like the Frost guys, a little bit more goddamn delusional. So. Question marks from goddamn David Lombardo, and I sincerely doubt it's the David Lombardo I'm thinking of. Question marks, dog. Do you organize your collection by subgenre, or is it strictly alphabetical regardless of genre? I.e., Leviticity right next to Limp Bizkit. Yeah, so I got all those Limp Bizkit albums. I.e., Levitity's next to fucking who's the next band, L band in line? Lord Belial. That's a little bit more like it. But yeah, just alphabetical order because the subgenre, it gets, like, for example, like, where would you put Disgorge? Who would I put that next to? Would I put it next to who's another D band that's death metal? Would I put it next to Dismember? Or would it have to go next to it's no, because it's not death metal, it's brutal death grind. Well, no, it's not brutal death grind, it's grindcore. Well, it's actually gore grind. So what the fuck is it? That's where it gets confusing. And like a band like God to Throne. Would that go under black metal? Would that go under death metal? Well, it's actually Black Death. Okay, so now I got a death metal section, I got a black metal section, I got a thrash metal section, I got a grindcore, I got a black death section, I got a gore death section, gore death grind section, I got a brutal death section. It's like that's just fucking stupid. Just A to Z. You know what I mean? Because if I have it, Leviticity being next to the fucking first two Lord Belials, that's not embarrassing or anything in my opinion. It's all shit I like. If I have it, I like it. So it's not like I got embarrassing fucking shit on my shelf. I mean, if it did, apparently it can't be too embarrassing. I thought it was good enough to own. I like it. And it's just there. It's not there. The collection isn't stored to try to impress the walls and look cool and to the people that are not looking at it. It's there for convenience of me being able to fucking find it. Meaning, hey, I'm looking for goddamn whoever, A band to a Z band to a V band, Vader. All right, I know where to look. You know what I mean? For convenience, not for flash. Again, because nobody's coming over to look at my shit anyways, and the walls don't give a shit what it's looking like. So, and my cats don't give a fuck. So it's there for J-dawg's convenience, so you can find it easy. Question marks here, goddamn devils. Because even when I first scrolled down, it was fucking already settled down to find the first question mark. Sean Yeager, J-Dawg, are you talking about the picture where he's Tom Angel Ripper holding a scythe? That bowl haircut is funny as shit. I mean, just watch the video, brava. I showed it on camera. You must have been just listening to audio only. I forget. There was a couple. It was on the demo. The bowl haircut is definitely in the demo shit. And the LP that I showed, there's at least 2 photos. I think maybe 3. But honestly, as funny and ridiculous that goddamn bowl haircut, I think Destructor's got him beat. That guy is straight up fucking ridiculous looking. Fucking Steve Urkel like a motherfucker. He ain't destructing shit. So yeah, I think he's got Tom fucking beat. Maybe that's why Tom didn't think anything of the haircut. He saw that guy and he's like, oh fuck, still tougher than this fucking guy. I'd have to agree. Discuster 666 die. Horv dog. Do a pick disc of Miasmatic Necrosis LP. You're welcome. What's your favorite type of watercraft? Boat, kayak, or canoe? Gonna have to go with goddamn boat, because the canoes, well, we know how they are fucking. The kayak, kayak kind of sounds like it'd be right next to after a canoe, right? We're gonna go with goddamn boat. Seems the least douchey. J-Dawg, question marks. You should buy a guitar if you want to rock out like Tom Warrior. I don't want to rock out like Tom Warrior. The goal would be as far away from fucking Tom Warrior rocking out as possible. Because look what that guy's rocking out the last, quite frankly, 30 goddamn years. Nothing good, that's for goddamn sure. Would you trade me weekly health analysis for a few weeks of guitar lessons? No, because I have no interest in learning guitar lessons. But if you have anything else to bring to the table, that we can trade them. But as of right now, guitar lessons are no use to me because I have no interest. It would work. Rocking like Tom and Mortician in no time. Here's some goddamn question marks. Zebra Man. J-Dawg. Who rules most? Priest, Dokken, Maiden, or Wasp? I mean, it's definitely going to be for me either Priest or Maiden because Dokken I never really got into. To be honest, I don't even really know it. I've heard it. And it actually was Athena told about. You don't like Dokken? And I was like, I don't really know it. I was like, kind of. And then I checked it out. I'm like, it's all right. That's me hearing in my 30s. So it's kind of hanging out with Saxon and Accept and all that stuff where it's like, it's all solid, original shipper's time, but I heard it so late that I kind of just don't care. But Priest and Maiden I always was a fan of and still am. It was always kind of an ongoing debate. Who is better, Priest or Maiden? I don't know. I really don't because they both have albums that I like over the other. I mean, they're kind of hand in hand in my opinion. I guess put the Priest Maiden battle in the comments. Who wins? Priest versus Maiden. Who do you guys fucking think? I don't really think there's a right or wrong answer. I think I could go either way, to be honest with you. And this is the goddamn last question on the fucking page, so it's gonna be the last goddamn fucking question on the goddamn chat on this video. Super Bomber J-Dawg question: when you were a young buck in the late '90s, did you ever use Napster? No, I did not. It's funny how at the end of the day, Metallica was right. Sad but true. Yeah, I mean, Metallica wasn't completely useless and nothing else. I mean, their first 4 albums, I think, are fucking great. And hell, like I said, I even kind of like the Black Album. Yes, it's a commercial record. Yes, it's a wimpy record. Yes, they got popular as fuck. Yes, they were on MTV. Yes, it's pussy shit. No, it's not heavy as fuck. Yes, it's for lots of canoes. Fucking love it. Fully fucking aware of that. Now, I'm not coming over here, but champion of the Black Album. No, it's a puss album for 100% aware, but I still think it's a pretty good rock album. Goddamn it! But the first 4, nonetheless, Justice for All Down, I thought those were fucking great. First 2, super fucking great. Demos were fucking awesome. So it's not like they were completely useless. They do bring something to the table. It's just they canoed it up like a motherfucker. Again, same with Tom Warrior. Not completely useless. I'm not saying he's brought nothing to the table. What a fucking turd. I'm not saying that at all. You can make the argument that he invented extreme music. So correct, kudos there. Not denying that. I'm just saying he canoed it up really fucking fast and put out ultra bad records for majority of his fucking career. Most people don't call him out. Claims he likes heavy shit, but doesn't. That's all I'm fucking saying. But yeah, was he a forefather? And am I glad he was born and did what he did? Hell yeah. Brought shit that's the scene wouldn't be where it wasn't at if it wasn't for him. Well, maybe it would, but like I've always said, like somebody probably would have came along. But nonetheless, he was yanked out of mama's crotch first, and he's the one that got to it first. So somebody's got to get the kudos. So it's him for that. But pretty much everything other than that, he sucks shit at. So well, he's at least good for something. Most people in this world aren't even good for that. Good for nothing, right? So, anyways, counts, concerns, you know what to do. Put the comments, watch, get answer, morning. Later, goddammit.